Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Okay, so we are going to be starting a new genre this week, and that genre is magazines. Ooh. Has anyone read a magazine before? Looked at them? Have you? You've probably seen them in the stores. Maybe your parents buy them. Maybe you've seen them at school for a project before. So we all know what a magazine kind of looks like, right? I have an example of one. Because I like cooking, I decided to pick up this magazine. So in it, it has articles. And do we see that there are plenty of pictures, right? So that is a main characteristic of magazines. And we're going to get into it. So a magazine article is a type of informational text, right? So remember, informational text, what is that? Informational text tells us something, gives us information about something. The author uses facts, descriptive details, and graphic features, such as photographs, just like you just saw, to inform readers about a topic. Articles are often published in print and online magazines. You can find magazines online. Did you know that? The internet has everything. So there are online magazines. Now, the author chooses a text structure or way of organizing details that best fits the article's purpose, audience, and content. Okay, so what that means that best fits the article's purpose, audience, and context. So the author chooses, right? Well, the author has to decide, okay, I am going to write an article with the purpose to inform you about grilled cheese sandwiches. Now, my audience is going to be fourth graders. So I need to make sure that my content is fourth grade appropriate. I'm not going to use really boring words or really boring pictures. I'm going to show you some really cool pictures, and we're going to talk about the cheesiness and the goodness in that article about grilled cheese, right? Yeah. So let's look at the different types of text structures. We have chronological. So, chronological, it presents events in a time order. Okay? If you ever hear chronological, that means in order. Okay? Right? Yeah. So, we have comparison and contrast. It describes the similarities and differences between two events, people, or ideas. So, a magazine article could be comparing, so like with like, or contrasting, showing the differences, right? Or it could also be structured for cause and effect, which identifies effects and possible causes for each event. Have you ever read a cause and effect article? I bet you have. I bet you've seen it in third grade. So let's look at our anchor chart. So, magazine article. See, Mr. Herring does his own bloopers. He's not as cool as Mr. Morales, I know. But don't worry, I do my own bloopers. I go, okay. So, magazine article anchor chart, because Mr. Herring can read. The purpose to inform readers about a topic, often a current event. You will see a lot of magazine articles talk about current things. Who the celebrities are dating, what new movie is in theaters, what new flavor of ice cream Baskin Robbins made, right? Okay, so then you're going to have location, location, location. in a print or online publication. Okay, so I could find it online on a website. Usually, magazines have their own websites. You can also find magazines in stores, gas stations, bookstores. If you ever been to a bookstore, it's pretty cool. So, with other articles appealing to the same audience. Okay, so I'm probably not going to put an article about grilled cheese in the same article as space news. Those two don't go together, do they? No, probably not. So, let's go to the elements. Remember, elements are the pieces that make up the whole, okay? Right? Just like we have story elements, we have elements of magazines. Pretty cool, right? Elements always means parts. And those parts make a whole. Don't do that because it kind of hurts your hands. Okay, so elements include headings that divide the text into sections. So let me show you. You see here? Do we see the orange highlighted letters? So those are different sections. These are actually recipes, even though we're not really talking about food, we're talking about the magazine. And it is separated into different sections with different headings, right? So, the headings show you what each part is talking about. New heading means new information. Also, the elements answers the questions. Who, what, why, when, where, how. Do you understand that? Here, we'll read them again. Who, what, why, when, where, how. Say it with me. Who, what, why, when, where, how. This is how I answer magazine article questions. Who, what, why, when, where, how. Okay, so whenever you're reading a magazine article, remember the article is going to try and answer questions you may have. So it will always answer who. So who's the article about? What is it talking about? Why was it written? When was it written? Where? How was it written? Was it written digitally? Did somebody handwrite it? Did somebody speak it? Okay. So, also, a magazine article may include interviews and research by the author. So the author may go to people just like you and ask your opinion or your knowledge about their subject so that they can show opinions or other people's experience with the subject. Okay? So, our text structure, it best fits the article's purpose, audience, and content. We just talked about that. Remember your text structure, right? It's always going to fit the article's purpose, the audience, and the content. Those all have to go together, or else it's not going to be a good magazine article. Okay, guys. So, if you have any questions, you can always contact me. So join my morning Zoom or join the afternoon Zoom for any questions. What I want you to do with your parent or a sibling at home, with a partner, compare and contrast genres. So I want you to compare how magazine articles and narrative nonfiction are similar and how they are different. You will write your notes in your notebook. You will click open the notebook. You will write, they are similar because, and that will start you. Then you will It'll save. You will press close, and you will turn this in once you are done, okay? All right, guys. You're awesome. Do awesome things. High five.